Our partners at the News Press report Manuel Rosales told detectives he killed his 3-month-old grandson and nearly killed his own daughter in self-defense. But brutal details outlined in several pages of this crime report tell a different story. When he stabbed Carminda Rosales Salazar and her 3-month-old infant son, Jesus Rosales. Josu was pronounced dead at the hospital hours later. According to these documents I got my hand on Monday, 43-year-old Rosales got into a fight with his daughter, 20-year-old Carminda. Witnesses say the fight escalated when Rosales went inside the home, got a large kitchen knife, and continued attacking Carminda, nearly cutting off her finger and slicing her throat. The report reveals Carminda was lying in the driveway, bleeding. At that point, Manuel went back into the home, picked up Carminda's 3-month-old son, brought him outside, sat him in front of Carminda, and said, quote, "Here's your bastard." Then Manuel slit the baby's throat while Carminda watched. At that point, Manuel then slit Carminda's throat 2 more times. Witnesses describe a horrible scene.
The baby was on the driveway bleeding in a big pool of blood. The daughter was in a big pool of blood as well.
When deputies arrived, Rosales was standing in the driveway holding Carminda's other child, 2-year-old Brian. Tonight, the Department of Children and Families confirms 2-year-old Brian Rosales is in their care. Nick Spinetto, Wink News Now.
Deputies say as many as 17 cars have been taken from the Edisto Lakes neighborhood in the last 6 months or so. The residents we've talked to say they're worried now their cars might be next. Some of them were stolen and returned, others never found. Car thefts are an ongoing problem here, and one victim who wanted to remain anonymous is even offering a $500 reward for help finding his car. Rumors swirl about where the thieves come from.
They stolen cars and they would park it here, and then the police, a lot of police would be over here and they would tow the truck. They would get a tow truck and just tow the stolen car, but they could never find them.
The most recent theft happened Monday. We talked to a woman who believes the last 2 nights someone had tried to break into her car.
Just breaking, inside of the lock and everything, and there was whenever it's time for me to open the car door, I have to open this one and then just to pull it up.
Deputies say all the thefts are connected. Esther Alsey says she believes she was close to losing her car this week, and if she does, she can't go to work.
Some of the people who work here, who stays here, they hardworking people. So I don't know why would they come and do this.
Remember, if you have any information that can help in this case, you could be awarded up to $1,000. Just call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. In South Fort Myers, Max Tournier, Wink News Now.
Walter is live in Fort Myers to explain.
Well, the Metropolitan Planning Organization just completed its meeting. It got very heated with opponents trying to stop this flyover project before it moves any further in the planning process. The owner of Philly Junction fears his restaurant will become Philly forgotten if the tolled flyover goes in.
It's going to put us out of business.
Lou Fine argues the disruption caused by the Gladiolas flyover project should give people pause about Colonial.
No, I don't think it's as big a problem as they're making it out to be. And I know what they did with Gladiolas, how they tied that area up for so long.
Merchants along Colonial packed a meeting of the Lee County Metropolitan Planning Organization. The business people believe once drivers get on the elevated freeway, they won't want to get off to stop at stores and other businesses.
It is a cement monster because, it's going to be darkening the skies for a good deal of the way.
The planning organization includes some elected officials who favor the flyover for better movement of traffic between Cape Coral and Lehigh Acres. In addition, traffic engineers believe Colonial is failing as a roadway.
We're seeing a number of segments of Colonial at level service F. So something's going to have to be done.
Opponents believe the project, to be paid with tolls, will just encourage more reliance on the automobile. And some officials from the city of Fort Myers contend the project will cost $1 billion, not $400 million, which Lee County has been saying. So, is it a road builder's dream or a business person's nightmare?
It's my understanding that it's in long-range plans. It's not funded. It's in the discussion phase.
So after hours of talk this afternoon, opponents did not kill the plan, but some are claiming it has now reached an impasse. Businesses vow to keep the pressure on to make sure Lee County changes the plan more to their satisfaction. Live in Fort Myers, I'm Mike Walcher, Wink News Now. A corporation based in Boca Raton wants to turn this pasture land into something like this, a mine that would blast and dig out limestone rock to a depth of 110 feet. People who live nearby fear the dynamite blasting will ruin the country lifestyle.
When they blast, the whole place shakes, and it's just like that. You know, it's frightening.
Some people in Estero also worry about the hundreds of trucks that the mine would put on Corkscrew and Alico roads. They fought the project for more than a year, but so far they have failed to derail it. Some worry that the mine will hurt the quality and supply of water.
You got all of these wetlands out there that would be damaged, and they're the ones that clean the water going into Estero Bay.
A company called Resource Conservation Holdings spent weeks convincing a hearing examiner that the project would fit in with the mines that already exist on Alico Road. Examiner Richard Gescheit ruled mines do not prevent home building or resales, trucks by themselves do not make the roads more dangerous, and residents are used to some dynamite blasting already, so a little more should not ruin their quality of life. That ruling stuns and angers people who live near the proposed mine.
It'll be terrible here. We'll have noise all the time.
Wink News tried repeatedly to reach the corporation, RCH, for a comment, but could not get a response. In Lee County, I'm Mike Walcher, Wink News Now.